Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever dreamt of bringing your wildest designs to life, holding something physical that you once only saw on a screen? That's the magic of 3D printing. It's an incredible technology that's more accessible than ever before, inviting creators, hobbyists, and engineers alike into a new dimension of making. But with so many options out there, from tiny desktop models to industrial behemoths, the big question becomes, what should you consider when buying a 3D printer? It's not as simple as picking one with good reviews. When I first started researching what truly goes into choosing the right 3D printer, beyond just price and brand, what I found shocked me. There are crucial considerations most beginners completely miss, and understanding them will save you a ton of headaches, wasted materials, and money. It's not just about the machine itself, but how it fits into your life, your space, and your creative ambitions. We're going to dive deep into these often overlooked factors, giving you a clear roadmap to make an informed decision. Let's uncover the secrets to a successful 3D printing journey. First up, let's talk about the two main types of consumer-level 3D printers you'll encounter, FDM and resin. FDM stands for Fused Deposition Modeling. These are the most common and recognizable printers, typically using spools of plastic filament. The printer heats this plastic and extrudes it layer by layer through a nozzle, building up your object from the bottom. Think of it like a very precise robotic hot glue gun. FDM printers are generally great for functional parts, prototypes, and larger objects where extreme detail isn't the absolute priority. On the other side, we have resin printers, often using stereolithography or SLA technology. Instead of melting plastic, these printers use a liquid resin that cures, or hardens, when exposed to UV light. A light source, usually an LCD screen, projects an image of each layer onto the resin, solidifying it precisely. Resin printers are renowned for their incredible detail and smooth surfaces, making them perfect for miniatures, jewelry, dental models, and highly aesthetic parts. However, they do come with a bit more post-processing and require more safety precautions. So, which one is right for you? It largely depends on your primary use case. FDM printers are generally more affordable upfront, have a wider range of durable materials like PLA and ABS, and are less messy to operate. They're excellent for beginners and general-purpose printing. Resin printers, while offering stunning detail, often have higher recurring costs for resin and consumables, require more careful handling of chemicals, and involve more post-processing like washing and curing. Consider your priorities: rugged functionality or intricate beauty? This choice is foundational. This might seem obvious, but clearly defining your primary purpose for the printer is absolutely critical, and often overlooked. Are you looking to print small, highly detailed gaming miniatures? Then a resin printer is likely your best bet. Do you want to create functional prototypes, tools, or replacement parts for your home? An FDM printer would be far more suitable due to its material strength and larger build volume. Don't fall into the trap of buying a printer because it's popular or cheap, only to find it can't do what you actually want it to do. The build volume refers to the maximum size of an object your printer can create. This is another crucial factor that beginners sometimes underestimate. If you're planning to print phone cases or small figurines, a compact build volume might be perfectly fine. But if you envision creating helmet props, larger architectural models, or multiple items at once, you'll need a printer with a significantly larger printing area. Remember, you can often print larger objects in multiple pieces and assemble them, but a bigger build volume means fewer seams and less post-processing work. Beyond the printer type, the materials you'll use are incredibly diverse, and their properties directly impact your prints. For FDM, the most common is PLA, or polylactic acid. It's easy to print, biodegradable, and comes in a huge array of colors. Then there's ABS, known for its strength and heat resistance, but it's trickier to print and needs ventilation. PETG offers a good balance of strength and ease of use. And for specialty projects, you'll find flexible filaments, wood-infused filaments, metal-infused, and even carbon fiber reinforced options. Your printer needs to support these materials. For resin printers, the material choices are equally important. Standard resin is great for high detail and general models. But then you have engineering resins, which are tougher and more resistant to impact, ideal for functional prototypes. Flexible resins allow you to print bendable parts, while castable resins are designed for jewelry making, burning out cleanly to create molds. There are even dental and biocompatible resins for specialized applications. Each resin has specific print settings, and your printer's capabilities, especially its light source, can influence which resins it can effectively cure. Print quality and resolution refer to how fine the details of your print will be and how visible the layer lines are. For FDM printers, this is primarily determined by nozzle size and layer height. Smaller nozzles and thinner layers result in smoother, more detailed prints, but they also take much longer to print. Resin printers inherently offer much higher resolution and smoother surfaces due to their technology. If you're printing highly aesthetic models or miniatures, resolution is key. For rough prototypes or large functional parts, you might prioritize speed over ultrafine detail. How user-friendly is the printer? This can make or break your initial experience. Look for features like automatic bed leveling, which eliminates a common headache for FDM users. A clear, intuitive touchscreen interface is a big plus. Then there's the slicing software. This program turns your 3D model into instructions for the printer. Popular options like Cura, Prusa Slicer, and Lychee Slicer for resin printers are powerful, but some beginner-friendly printers come with simplified proprietary software. Consider your comfort level with technology. Do you want to tinker, or just hit print? These are often the most overlooked considerations, and what I found most surprising in my research. 3D printers, especially FDM, can be quite noisy due to cooling fans and stepper motors. If your printer is going to be in a living area or bedroom, this is a significant factor. Even more critical, FDM printers can emit ultrafine particles and VOCs, especially with materials like ABS. Resin printers use liquid resins that emit fumes and require strict ventilation and safety gear. Don't underestimate the importance of a well-ventilated space and appropriate safety measures for your health. The initial purchase price of the printer is just the beginning. The ongoing running costs are a big factor, and one many beginners don't fully grasp. For FDM, you'll need filament, which can range from $20 to $30 per kilogram. You might also replace nozzles, build plates, or other wear and tear parts over time. For resin printers, the resin itself is more expensive, typically $30 to $50 per liter, and you'll regularly replace FEP film in the resin vat, as well as needing isopropyl alcohol for cleaning and potentially UV curing stations. Factor in these consumables and replacement parts into your overall budget. When things inevitably go wrong, and trust me, they will, having a strong community and reliable customer support is invaluable. Look for printers from manufacturers with active online communities, forums, Facebook groups, and comprehensive wikis or troubleshooting guides. Being able to quickly find solutions to common problems, share settings, or get advice from experienced users can save you hours of frustration. Excellent customer service from the manufacturer for warranty issues or technical support is also a huge plus. Don't underestimate the power of collective knowledge. Another factor to consider is whether the printer is open source or proprietary. Open source printers often mean the hardware designs and software are publicly available, allowing for more customization, upgrades, and a thriving community of modders. Proprietary systems, while sometimes more plug-and-play, can limit your choices for parts, software, and future upgrades. If you're someone who likes to tinker and optimize, open source might be for you. If you prefer a streamlined, hassle-free experience, a proprietary system might be better, but be aware of its limitations. Technology moves fast, and 3D printing is no exception. Can your chosen printer be upgraded or modified easily as new features emerge or your needs change? For FDM printers, this might mean swapping out hot ends, adding different build plates, or improving firmware. For resin printers, upgrades might involve better light sources or different vats. While no printer is truly future-proof, some are designed with modularity in mind, allowing you to extend their lifespan and capabilities without buying an entirely new machine. Think about long-term value, not just the immediate purchase. Once you have your printer, it's not just set it and forget it. Understanding the basics of calibration and routine maintenance is key to consistent, high-quality prints. FDM printers require bed leveling, nozzle cleaning, and occasional tightening of belts. Resin printers need their FEP film inspected and replaced, the resin vat cleaned, and the print plate kept pristine. Neglecting these steps leads to failed prints and frustration. Some printers are easier to maintain than others, so look into the maintenance routine before committing, especially if you're new to the hobby. Finally, consider your personal setup. Where will the printer live? Do you have enough space? Is it a well-ventilated area, especially for resin printers? Do you have a sturdy, level surface? What about power access? Will the noise be an issue? Thinking through these practicalities before you buy can prevent a lot of headaches later on. A dedicated workspace, even a small one, with good airflow and easy access to outlets, will make your 3D printing experience much more enjoyable and safer. Alright, let's quickly recap the essential considerations. First, your primary purpose: what do you want to print? This dictates your printer type, FDM or resin. Then, consider the build volume for your projects. Dive into material compatibility and the print quality you need. Assess the ease of use, including software and features. Crucially, don't forget noise and ventilation. Factor in running costs, and finally, look for community and support and the printer's upgradability. Keep this checklist in mind, and you'll be well on your way. Buying a 3D printer is an investment, not just in money, but in your creative potential. By considering these often missed factors, you're not just buying a machine, you're choosing a tool that fits your lifestyle, your projects, and your budget. Don't rush into a purchase based on hype or a low price tag. Do your research, watch reviews, and think critically about your needs. With the right preparation, you'll embark on a fantastic journey of creation and innovation. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tech insights, and let us know in the comments what you're hoping to 3D print.